Well, good morning and welcome to FYI. We're going to catch up with Grow Clinton. Jenny is in for Andy this morning.
Hello.
We're hoping to get Andy Sokolovich in. We'll get to him a little bit later on in the year. On, I believe, March 2nd, he's going to be coming in.
Okay.
So where's he at right now?
This morning he is doing something that a lot of times when you think about Grow Clinton and you wonder what we do, this is one of those things that isn't super high profile, but it is. It's a legislative coffee where they have the representatives, our legislators come in and people ask them questions. This morning he is in DeWitt. They share this event with the DeWitt Chamber, and they're, really interesting. The first time I went to one of them, I'm like, well, what could they talk about? Oh, yeah. They got plenty to talk about. So he's there, and it's one of the actual services we provide to our members. Everyone is welcome to come. If you have questions, to submit questions for it. It's kind of at the foundation of what we do in our community is to advocate for our businesses and our community with our legislators.
So what are some of the things they're going to be talking about this morning?
Well, the priorities today are going to be the property tax reform in Iowa. Of course, we all have heard about that. And, it's always great to hear that your property taxes may be going down or something, maybe, but you got to be really careful with that because, of course, we don't want to have taxes. I mean, I don't mind it because you have to pay for what you do, but, for your services and everything. But you'd like them to go down or you'd like to have a little extra money in your pocket, but then sometimes our programs in our state suffer because of that, because the money from the property taxes go to fund so many different programs that are so important to everyone. So going about this in the way that they're doing it, kind of a tiered kind of a thing as they do it is really important to take the time to be very careful and thoughtful and intentional about how they structure that. And that's the questions that will be asked of our legislators. Now, today it will be, of course, Tom Detterman, Chris Knoyer, and Norland Mumpson, and they will be discussing, these exact type things and taking them back to Des Moines,
Now, how is that formatted? Do they speak and then the questions are brought to them, or how do they like to do that?
The format is moderator.
Okay.
So they have the three representatives, the three legislators, and then Andy will receive questions. The questions are asked by Andy, and then they are all open to answering them. And the thing that impresses me a lot is in the past that they've all been very respectful of each other. Even if they don't agree on things, it seems like they all really want to work together and know each other and, have respect for each other. And I appreciate that. I was nervous the first time I went because you expect to see what you see on TV in Washington. And no, it's not like that. These people are actually doing the work and they're, trying to be respectful of each other.
So property tax, one of the things they're going to be talking about. Another, the Iowa Veterans Trust Fund, correct?
Yes, and that's a fund designed to support veterans in need. Can you think of a more important group? There are a lot of very important groups, but the people who defend our country and keep us safe, if they're in need, we need to help them and, support that fund.
And I know that's important for Andy,
of course, being
a veteran.
He was deployed twice. He was deployed once to Iraq and once to Afghanistan. And for me, I did not enter the military. So I am so appreciative of anyone who had the courage to do that. And to hear that they're in need or that they, could use some funding, of course. They put everything the ultimate on the line for us, and I'm very supportive of that. Andy is a really great example of what the military turns out. A great person, hard worker, very up on everything and what needs to be done, very organized. So,
and another example is Matt Brook, our city administrator,
Mayor
another
Madison.
Veteran, and that's right, Scott Madison, as well. And I see in the notes here that the fund has been completely depleted.
Yes.
So they got to take care of that.
That absolutely. That has to. Got to stand up for our men and women who stand up for us.
Again, visiting with Jenny from Grow Clinton on today's FYI program. This has been a topic for a long time. The four-laning of Highway 30 from, now DeWitt toward Cedar Rapids.
Right. One of the things that we were going to talk about this morning is that I do a value visit to our members and beyond. I contact industries, organizations, small businesses, and I go in and talk to them about what they would like for our community and what they like about our community and what they see we need to change. And over and over repeatedly, I hear we need 4 lanes from Cedar Rapids to Clinton. And if you've ever been on there, and I know you have,
yes,
it would be so appreciative. We can't get industries here if they come here and they say, okay, we need a 4 lane on Highway 30 to come here. We don't have that. We can't be there then. So we really need to push that. And it's such a long haul. And I don't think you'll ever see Tom Detterman without his, badge on that says Highway 34 lanes. And if you want to call your representative or legislator and tell them that, be in support of that. We really need that. We don't think about that. We don't think about attraction, talent attraction or workforce attraction or business attraction to our area needing 4 lane highways. They do. They need it to come here. They need it to create jobs. They need it to be able to work. So that is really important, besides the fact that it just seems a lot safer.
Yeah, the congestion that is on Interstate 80 would certainly be relieved
my goodness,
if they did have that.
Right. And I think it'd be a lot safer, too. When you go through the little towns, how many bars do you see on either side of the road as you're going? And it kind of is frightening on a Friday night.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of a better safeguard not to have to worry about that. You can tell that I have a child who drives back and forth on Highway 30, and it makes me a wreck. But yeah, it would be great to be able to do that for our community and for our economy.
Talk a little bit more about that value visit program, because that's kind of your baby.
That's my baby. Well, it started out as Andy's baby, but I do it now, and I really, really enjoy it. In fact, I try to do 1 or 2 a week. I think so far I've done, since I took the position in July, I believe I've done almost 40 value visits. And all I do is I call up and I say, may I please come in and speak to you and talk about, our community and your business and what we can do to help you. And it is a, constructed, structured kind of a survey, but I really like to go off script and ask people what they really want to talk about, what they really need, and the ideas that people have for our community. And I have a committee. It's called the Business Retention and Investor Committee. If I take these ideas back to the committee, then hopefully we can get them to the right people, the ideas to the right people, and kind of enact that. And a good example of that is, and I'll give her full credit, is Kim Rentz at Keeping You Sewing. I went in and talked to her, and she said, when I tried to start a business here, I had no clue what to do. So what would be very helpful is a site you can go to or something on your website that would tell people exactly what steps to take to begin a business in Clinton, Iowa, and in Illinois. And so pretty soon here, it's going to be launched, I would say in the next month, where we're going to launch a page where it just has all those links, all that information, and it totally came from going on one of these visits and speaking to someone who had a concern about that. If you get discouraged while you're trying to start a business, you're not going to do it. You're going to think, well, I don't have what I need. I'm not going to do this because my livelihood's on the line. I don't want to take any risks, so I'm not going to do it. You don't want the process to be so, prohibitive that or daunting or overwhelming that you can't do it. So that was a great idea given to us by Kim Rentz, and we've been really working on it.
A great example, and Kim has certainly done a great job at Keeping You Sewing.
She has.
What a success story. You drive by there and you see all the ladies and the classes that she offers.
Well, there's a whole subculture of that, and it's awesome because they are productive, they're creative, they do things that I could never do. I think the craft gene, it skipped me. My whole family could do it, but I can't do it. But I admire that talent, and it is an artwork. And speaking of that, the mural that's on the side of their building, that is the talk of the town. People, if you want to know where that business is, there it is. And that mural is beautiful.
I think that was part of the Synergy program.
It was.
Through Clinton High School.
And that's another thing that I do in my position is I work with a lot of people work with the Synergy program. Mm-hmm. But in my position, I am someone who connects people. Grow Clinton kind of just acts as a conduit to other things. They contacted me, Synergy Group contacted me about esports. Esports is becoming a great big thing all across the country, and you can gain scholarships to college through esports. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to me about setting that up for Clinton High. They asked me who to get a hold of for, perhaps support or funding, or they just wanted some old computers and got a hold of an industry here in town, and they said we're all over that. And so that's that's how that works. And I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of those kids. I'm proud of our community and supporting our kids. And one of the things that I heard just yesterday from someone I visited was that I said, what do you like about our community? And he said, as a business person, I love how even if you're in the same business with someone here in town, you are supported by them. Everybody tries to get along and support each other, and that just makes it so much easier for everyone.
That is great to hear. Again, visiting with Jane. Now, you're going to be back in again on Monday.
I know it. I am.
Grow Clinton.
Yes.
So we don't want to spoil too much stuff, but
Okay.
What are some of the things that are going to be coming up?
Okay, so on Thursday, January 12th, we have a Biz After 5, which are becoming, since COVID, it was kind of quiet, and now they're becoming more and, more popular again. At KT3 Fitness in Fulton, that's 912 4th Street, Fulton, from 5 to 7 p.m. Come and check that place out. Maybe take care of one of your New Year's resolutions, sign up for some stuff, and just have fun and network. I think it's a great place to go and hang out. It'd be a great place to see everybody after the holidays and kind of relax. And then we have a coffee talk, which is an instructional talk on Friday, last Friday of every month, and that's on January 27th at the Grow Clinton office, 721 South 2nd Street, from 9 to 10 a.m. And the topic is Score of the Quad Cities. That is acronym for Senior. No, I lost it. Okay, but they're executives who are out of the Quad Cities and in town here who are mentors to entrepreneurs and small business owners. They provide guidance as you go through to help you through, the stumbling blocks and access to resources you might not know about, and help you with your small business, whether you're trying to get into business, whether you're hitting a gap or kind of a wall in your business, or you want to take it to the next level, or you're getting to the point where you want to walk out of business and you retire or something. How do you do that? So that will be on January 27th on Friday at the Grow Clinton office from 9 to 10.
And I would imagine you like registrations for that?
That's absolutely true. I think Karen would really appreciate that. That's our office administrator. So go to growclinton.com or simply call the office, which is 563-242-5702.
Thank you so much for coming in today, and we'll visit with you again on Monday.
Okay, I'll see you then. Thank you.